Today I am talking about the impact of COVID on the express entry system. I'm sure you already know what that is. It's been different. It's not been one of those things we thought about. In fact, 2020 has not gone in any way that we thought we dreamt 2020 would be for a lot of people. A lot of things have changed and we've had to adjust to a lot. And express entry draws is one of them. So I'm going to get right into it. Since March 19th, there have only been program-specific draws happening for the express entry system. Program-specific draws for Provincial Nomination applicants who qualify and are in the express entry system, and Canadian Experience Class applicants as well. Now, applicants in these two categories have a very high chance of being typically in Canada. And the government of Canada stated they were replying to a tweet. One of the Twitter followers had asked, and they said they are prioritizing applicants who already have temporary status in Canada. So that's what's happening right now. It's been quite interesting even seeing how the scores have dipped. When this started and when we were really in it, like April, everything had shut down. IELTS centers were not open. Educational credential assessment centers were not happening. So the pool was a little bit stagnated at some point, except applications that were already in process. Those were coming through, like your ECA and your IELTS, you would still get those results if you had already written them and things like that. But if you had to do new ones, people were not able to do that. What we have seen since March 19th, there have actually been 19,500 applicants that have already been invited out of the express entry pool, and strictly through those two programs that I mentioned. So your Provincial Nomination and your Canadian Experience Class. And what we have noticed, especially for the Canadian Experience Class, which is usually closely aligned with Federal Skilled Worker, I would say the only difference would be that those applicants would have Canadian experience or potentially Canadian education. You've seen that the scores have dropped. So the scores went from 467 on March 23rd. The recent draw that happened, it was as low as 447. That's like a 20-point drop basically in the score. So everyone who is a federal skilled applicant is wondering what's going on. We have clients in the federal skilled program who are literally waiting for that draw to happen. A lot of people are waiting for it to happen, and a lot of people are wanting to know what is going to happen, when will this happen, and all of that. IRCC refused to speculate on it. They refused to provide us any information on it at this point when federal skilled worker draw would happen. Now, with this program specific draws, one of the things that you will notice is that the scores are going down. For an applicant who qualifies for federal skilled worker and is in the express entry pool, or meets the criteria for federal skilled and has just been waiting because my score is not in the 470s, because there are people like that who are like, I want the score to go up to 470 before I get in the pool, I would tell you, get in the pool now. Get into the express entry pool, because 2020 is looking like a different year. The best you can do for yourself right now is get in the express entry pool. And here are some of the reasons why you should really get into the express entry pool, even if there have been program specific draws happening. One, at this point, despite the fact that certain places have opened and some IELTS centers and all of that are taking applicants again to write this test, it's not going to be as fast as things were. Remember, now everybody has to put in social distancing into everything they're doing. So if a room for IELTS used to take 200 people, it might just be half that amount of people now, just to ensure that those health and safety requirements are put in place. Educational credential, lots of, even though WES and some of the educational credential assessment agencies are open right now and actually accepting documents again, you'll find that across the world, I have clients across the world, and you find that many people, what I'm hearing is, oh, my school is not open, my school is still closed, I can't get transcripts, I can't get things mailed. There's that factor as well that's affecting a lot of things. Because of the specific draws that have been happening, any applicant who had a birthday between March 19th and now, and also was 30 years or older, has lost 5 points. Then you also have those applicants whose profile are no longer eligible because they don't even meet the minimum criteria as well. Maybe they got older, maybe they lost points, or their IELTS has expired. All of those factors are the things that are happening right now. You can see that even though the draws are happening for Canadian Experience Class, they're not sticking up as high as they had been in the last couple of years. You're seeing a downward trend. I really foresee that until things really go back to normal, they might still be the downward trend in the scores. Again, that's me speculating. It depends on a whole lot of factors as well. Those things that I listed are the reasons why, if you qualify for permanent residence today, you should get in the pool, even if your scores are low. For the applicants whose scores are typically lower than the average cutoff and things like that, you might just be lucky to receive an invitation from a province. Lots of provinces are still having activities going on. The province of Alberta had an invitation. Ontario, Nova Scotia recently invited nurses again. Last year, 2 of my clients received invitation through Nova Scotia for nursing. Prince Edward Island is still inviting applicants. Manitoba is still inviting applicants. Alberta is still inviting applicants. Activities, things are still happening. And as they're happening, you might just be that lucky person out of the express entry pool. Now, if you're not sure how these provincial programs work, check out the recent video I posted on how provincial programs work. And I've also done one on the top 4 provinces that immigrants should look out for in order to increase their chances and also come to Canada. So look at those. Because of those things, it's good to still get in the express entry pool. It's good to be there if you're not already in there, because when the opportunity opens up, they start the federal skill draw, you might just receive that invitation. We don't know what it is, what will happen, but the best you could do for yourself is make sure that you are ready. You have everything you need. You have all your documentation in place. You have all your requirements in place as well. Also, in addition to the scores dropping and all of that, one of the other things too with express entry at this point has been that before we used to have 60 days after you receive an ITA to submit your documents. Now it's 90 days. And again, the government has stated that they will not refuse your application if you don't provide complete application, if you can't get certain documents that are required for your application to be submitted. In a nutshell, we don't know what's happening. We don't know when the federal skill draw would happen. One of the things that I'm actually very curious about to see is if IRCC would compensate the federal skilled applicants in terms of having just a federal skill draw, or would they just go back to having the pool draw where all the programs are invited at once? It would be very, very interesting to see what that is. I recently asked that question on Instagram, and we got a lot of comments from a lot of people who actually would prefer program-specific draws happening. And if the quotas were split, if the government is inviting 3,000, 4,000 people every month, and then just divided 1,000 PNP, 1,000 Canadian Experience Class, 1,000 Federal Skilled, that would be somewhat fair that those people in that category are also receiving the invitation that they need. But again, it will be interesting to see what's happening. What do you think will happen? What would you like to see happen? Leave a comment and let's have some discussion on this. Thank you very much for watching. And if you received an invitation through this season, congratulations. You're one step closer to coming to Canada. And if you're still in the pool, let's just keep waiting. Let's just keep being faithful and hopeful that something will come through for you as well. Thank you so much. Share this video and let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think will happen, and let me know what you would like to see happen. Or you might know, you might just speak it and then it will come to pass. Thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, and thanks for supporting as well. Take care. Bye-bye.